So today, we're playing the Reaper, and we may have a Doom Cap Excalibur build today, and these together are insanely broken. Completely shutting off opponent's healing so they can't heal anymore, as we just whittle them down with poison and big damage from a THORNWHIP of all things. Now we'll see, can this opponent actually deal with this, because they're going to be stacking up max life, they're not going to have any healing, we should be able to deal big damage, and this is looking fantastic actually. But hey, check this run out and let me know what you think of this build. Okie dokie, let's go and jump some games with the Reaper and see just what I can do today. So honestly, I'm not going to take any of these items. I'm going to roll. I do want this whetstone. That is going to be fantastic. I'm going to grab another garlic. I'm going to roll again. And that's insane. We're definitely going to craft up here sword this round. We're going to grab the banana. And we're going to grab this storage and this wooden sword. So pretty good round one. Now the DPS would have been higher if we actually took the wooden sword instead of opting for the banana, but the banana was on sale. And we kind of had to take it, unfortunately. But we'll see. Our opponent is going to have a lot of DPS with triple weapons, but they're not going to have the stamina to sustain it, so adding in our food items was pretty good right here. Just pausing the video here very quickly, just to ask you to subscribe. It really helps me out. Thanks. Now let's get back to the video. And with here sort of crafted up, we're going to grab this. And I'm actually going to grab the healing herbs right now too. Which means we can't exactly take the leather back right now. So we're going to move on. And we're going to see. Our opponent is crafting up that burning torch. They're also going to have the frying pan. So that's going to be a lot of damage also. They also have some food items and healing herbs. So they could out-sustain us. But honestly, we do have scaling damage with our relic case. So it should be awesome in our favor. Really fantastic. That's an early toad, which I'm not going to grab. I'm going to grab the storage. Should we actually grab the undead phenomena? Hell yeah. The amulet feasting. We could do something quite interesting with that. Let's roll. Which means we probably want a frying pan and potentially this flag Eric. So let's move on. However, this opponent is looking kind of scary with that shell totem, with that scaling damage with the eye lamp. That's going to be a lot of damage. And unfortunately, it's going to be a good bit of healing too. So they are definitely going to break through us. Now, I would like to take Mana Mastery, but if we do take it, it's not going to be any good for us right now. So I don't think we can afford to take it. So we're probably going to have to take Investment Opportunity. Super Spacious, I don't exactly want to take either. We're going to sell this. We're going to grab a frying pan. We're going to grab our blueberries. We're going to grab a Flygaric. We're going to roll once. And we're going to want that storage too. So we're going to sell healing herbs. Let's slot that in for now. Let's move on. But this should be a lot better for us. We should be able to deal quite a bit of damage with that frying pan. We should be able to stack up a lot with our amulet feasting on our food items. So it should overall be fantastic. Our opponent does have a ton of healing with that Goobert. But honestly, we should be able to out-smash him. Awesome. I'm actually going to grab the box of riches. I'm going to be super greedy. We're going to take it. We're going to roll. We're going to want this fanny pack for now. We're going to keep rolling. And I'm thinking we'll probably want this THORNWHIP. So I'm going to sell the hero sword for it. We can slot this in like so. And we're going to move on. Now, we're probably actually going to want this Topaz and this undead phenomena because that is going to help with our base stamina regen. And we could also get another amulet feasting, or we could potentially get an amulet whales. If we get the amulet whales, that's going to be a super high roll for us. But we'll see. Yeah, again, our stamina is not going to be too great for us. However, are we going to be able to survive going up against this Berserker? They're going to have Battle Rage. They're going to get a ton of armor, and unfortunately, we're going to fall short. And holy undead phenomena. Let's grab the first one, Amulet Wiles. We're high rolling. Let's grab the second one. Amulet Life. Not too bad overall. Now we could take the flawed Topaz, but I'm just going to continue on with the regular Topaz and we're going to move on. Now with Amulet Wiles in, we should be able to get a lot of spikes stacked up after 5 seconds. Which is going to be pretty good. And it also makes our opponent's ranged weapons actually take spike damage too. So it shouldn't be too bad. And our opponent's also stacking up spikes, but they also have a ton of block with that garlic. But can we survive? Awesome. Really fantastic. Now that's an artifact stone heat, which is kind of crazy, but if this was flame up, I would 150,000% take. But unfortunately, it's not a flame up, so we can't take it. Let's take the red ruby for now. Let's roll once. That is a mana orb, which is kind of awesome. We're going to take it. Now we're going to sell this roll once more. And we're going to want to stamina sack. But we're going to have to move on. Now we desperately need that Excalibur going. Right now. But we'll see. Our opponent's going to have a lot of damage with that hero sword. They also have the garlic for a lot of defense. So unfortunately, we're just going to fall short. So which subclass should we actually take right now? Well, I'm thinking about doing something crazy. I'm thinking about taking Hexblade. Which is madness. We're still going to take it. And the reason why I'm going to take it is because I do want to try to get a Flygaric to be stacking up a lot of poison. Which sounds bad right now, but we'll see how it works in the future. The problem is we are going to need a stamina potion really, really badly. Now, unfortunately, we're going to have to sell a red ruby because we are going to have to take this pineapple. And we are going to need this leather bag. But we're going to have to move on for now. So unfortunately, the actual support from our cursed dagger is not going to be so great right now. It's going to inflict a little few debuffs, but it's not going to be insane. However, I'm hoping that we can get that new Doom Cap crafted up with Excalibur and potentially get a second one. But unfortunately, until we get it, we're going to be in big, big trouble. Let's take this for now. Let's roll. Let's keep rolling. Let's keep rolling for now. One more time. 2 more times. Oh, we got a second Flygaric, which is going to be pretty good overall. But unfortunately, we're going to have to reserve the stamina sack. But unfortunately, we don't exactly have that stamina potion. So we could be in big, big trouble here. However, we should be able to get a lot of spikes stacked up. We should be able to inflict a decent bit of poison with our 2 Flygarics. And smash them. We got extremely lucky getting some big, big crits. Now, not too bad overall. Now, since we have the Cursed Dagger, I do want to take Dark Ritual. Because then we can inflict a lot of debuffs. So let's go ahead and take that. Let's go ahead and grab the stamina sack. We could grab a second THORNWHIP, which will be kind of nice, but we're not going to take it for right now. We're actually going to take out our box for riches as we roll for right now. We could get a Dark Saber going. That's another mana orb. That's also some blueberries. Some fantastic options, but no stamina potion. That is the downside of running Excalibur right now. I think we're going to take the mana orb. We're going to roll. Let's roll again. That is another Flygaric. But unfortunately, we are going to have to continue on, which is not super ideal. Can we survive? Our opponent is going to have a ton of block with that hardwood. They also have the Frozen Flame, but they only have a Burning Sword, so it's not going to be crazy insane. But our DPS is not going to be super, super high either. We do stack up a lot of spikes, which means our THORNWHIP is actually going to be dealing quite a bit of damage. And actually, we have inflicted a lot of debuffs with a Dark Ritual. Now let's grab this. Let's grab our stamina sack. Let's roll once. And did we hit the jackpot or not? Holy smokes. That is awesome. We got extremely lucky here, by the way. We're going to grab Heroic Potion for this round. We're going to have to sort our inventory out, so I'll be back in a second while we do that. And we're going to have to move on. Now, once we get our Excalibur in, we should be in a fantastic spot. But we have to survive. Now, Busted Blade is going to be super, super scary because if they get one big crit, they have a 30% chance to crit. I should say they have a 100% chance to crit by the looks of it. And it's just going to take one more hit. But can we actually survive? No. Unfortunately, that big crit at the very beginning smashes. So we're down to our final life, which is going to be super, super scary. Now we're going to have to sort our inventory out once again. But first of all, let's grab this. Let's grab this little storage. Let's roll once. Twice even. And we desperately need this too. Let's roll once more. Okay, once more. And that's it. Now we probably want these blueberries too, but we'll be back in a second when we sort our inventory out. Now we should be in a much, much better spot with this whole setup. With Excalibur in this position, we should be able to trigger a lot of food items, and we're specifically looking for the poison. Because we stack up a lot of debuffs, our Cursed Dagger is going to be giving us crit chance on our THORNWHIP and our Excalibur. Now we do actually want to craft up the Thornbloom on top of it. Now we scale up in power, but we're going to rock on with this setup. Now our investment opportunity is going to be targeting specifically our Excaliburs, along with our mana orbs. But we're going to move on. Now once we craft up a Doom Cap, we should be in a fantastic spot, but we'll see how it goes for now. We don't have a crazy amount of healing from our Excalibur right now. Just mainly folks stacking up that poison, which means we're going to have to deal a lot of damage. But we'll see. So far not looking too bad. Smashed even. And with the Doom Cap in, we should be in a pretty good spot. Let's go ahead and grab this. Slot it in like so. That's another pineapple, which is fantastic. Which we're going to have to grab. We're going to roll. That's another pineapple, which is fantastic. And we're also going to sell this. We're going to roll once more. Twice more even. And we're going to call it there. We're going to move on. Now, is this going to be good enough to survive? We are going to begin Phoenix, Friendly Flame. They're going to be turbo stacking a lot of heats. We're also running a hammer. Hammer dagger builds. That's going to be dealing quite a bit of damage, but we do answer back with lots of damage ourselves. We have stacked up a lot of spikes. And smashing. Really fantastic. Let's grab our pineapple, which does give us a carrot for scaling in power, but I'm not going to take it. We're going to grab this potion belts. We're going to move on. That is a toad for stacking luck and mana, which is kind of nice. Which we did take the toad for now. I'm going to roll again. We're probably going to want this storage, but let's move on for now. And we'll see. Now, I don't exactly want to craft up these emeralds. I do kind of want to keep them the way they are. But we'll see. Can we stack up that spikes? Can we stack up our crit chance? Can we deal that big damage? Our opponent is going to be stacking up a lot of buffs and a lot of max life. However, actually this is looking pretty darn good. Smashed even. Massive 88 damage, which is kind of crazy. This is actually looking kind of awesome, but let's keep it moving for now. Now we're going to grab the storage. We could grab another mana orb. Or should we grab the undead phenomena? Now we could take this, slot it in over in this position. I think we are going to take it. Let's roll once. That is a Whoopsinger. I'm going to leave her behind for now. Let's keep her rolling. One more time. And we're probably going to go for a second Doom Cap. To the point where it's all the box of riches for now. Let's actually craft this up. But let's move on. Now we did move out our fly garlic for now. Just to fit in our garlic. As we craft up this Doom Cap. Because Doom Cap's in, we're going to be reducing our opponent's healing even further. Now our opponent's also doing the same. But we're dealing that big damage. And awesome. Now really, really fantastic. Now our DPS actually is about 54 DPS, which is kind of awesome. Our opponent's DPS was about 30, but our heals right now is not super great. As for block, also not super great. So we do have room to improve, but let's keep moving for now. We did get our second Doom Cap. We're going to roll again. That is another pineapple, which we are going to take. Now let's keep rolling. That is going to be more storage, which we're going to have to take, unfortunately. Now we could get rid of our Thornwhip and actually go for that Dead Eye. As much as I would love to keep our Thornwhip in with all our spike stack, and I think it is actually our best play to keep our Thornwhip in. Which is madness, because this does sound like a lot of fun. But unfortunately I'm going to have to sort the inventory out, so I'll be back in a second while I do that. Now I'm actually going to keep rolling for now. Let's roll again, and that's all we can really do for right now. So we have our Amber Feasting in this position, we have our Excalibur in here for right now, which does mean we have our Mana Orb in this position, which is going to be targeting our weapons and our Doom Cap. We have this targeting our food items, and over here we should be in a pretty good spot. Now Dark Ritual is going to be in this position, it's going to be targeting 3 dark items, being our Doom Caps. So overall this should be awesome, and we should be able to stack up a crazy amount of damage with our Cursed Dagger. Now we are switching our banana instead of the Fly Garlic because we do need that stamina with our setup right now, because if we don't actually proc our stamina, we're going to be in big trouble, because we do want to be hitting with our Turnip, and we're going to see. Now we are going to begin Thorn Bloom, Obsidian Dragon, Flame Up, Double Whip. This could actually be quite scary because their dragon's going to be dealing quite a bit of damage. Well, look at that damage. Our DPS is 60 DPS overall, which is smashing, and with 2 Doom Caps in, our opponent literally can't heal anymore. Doom Caps honestly are insanely broken right now. Probably way overtuned, reducing our opponent's healing by way too much for the price that they're worth. But let's keep moving for now. That's a Mana Orb on sale, which we're going to grab. We're going to keep moving. Let's keep going, and I was really hoping to craft up a Thorn Bloom at the very end for some stack of max life. Let's grab another Toad. Let's keep it going. Now we could craft up one final Doom Cap, or we could just grab another Pineapple. Which I'm going to sell the Toad, and I'm just going to take another Pineapple. Which does give us another Blueberries, which does give us another Pineapple. But we're going to rock on with this for right now. Now we did put our Mana Orb in this position, which is going to be pretty good where it is right now anyway. So we should be able to stack up a lot of mana. Now we'll see. Can this opponent actually deal with this? Because they're going to be stacking up max life. They're not going to have any healing. We should be able to deal big damage. And this is looking fantastic, actually. Genuinely insane. In 15 seconds, we managed to get a 92 DPS. Which is fantastic. As for opponent's heal, as you can see, eventually it's just completely shut off. And they can't do nothing about it. With max heal on the other hand, we can't completely shut that off. But still. We have a lot of DPS with our setup right now. And this is the reason why I did want to take that Cursed Dagger, because we're going to stack up a lot of poison. That THORNWHIP is going to deal a lot of damage. And it would have been fantastic to actually get a Thornbloom, because that would have added damage to Excalibur along with a Cursed Dagger too. But let's take this fanny pack for now. Let's roll again. Let's take a stamina sack. Let's take a set of blueberries. Let's actually take another pineapple. And I'm pretty sure this is going to be it for now. Yeah, for sure. This is definitely going to be it. Now, I do believe Doom Caps are definitely overtuned to reduce your opponent's healing down to 0, especially with Excalibur, especially running just 2 of them. He just counters a lot of builds right now. But let's go ahead and see. Are we going to be able to win out? Or are we going to lose? Our opponent is also run a Doom Cap type build with Excalibur, except they're going to be stacking max life, which honestly could be problematic, because if they're stacking max life, we're going to have a hard time getting through it. We don't have actually any healing, so we could be in big trouble. They have a ton of armor. They got down invulnerability. We're also stacking up that poison too. But we should have big damage with our THORNWHIP. But is it going to be enough? Unfortunately, just not enough. That stone armor coming in super close for opponents. But hey, it's kind of funny. We got countered by our own build. The problem is we did rely a little bit too much on healing compared to our opponents. Our opponent did have that stone armor. That stone armor did provide a lot of block for opponents. So unfortunately, they managed to outpace us because they did get a ton of block. And they also scaled up max HP. Reduced their healing down to 0. Didn't give us enough time to deal the damage with THORNWHIP. And also the Divine Potion, the strong Divine Potion, literally put in a lot of work for opponents too. I do still believe Doom Cap is a little bit overtuned, in my opinion, to completely shut off your opponent's healing by just rocking 2 Doom Caps. Even just 1 Doom Cap. Because basically, with this setup right now, in 10 seconds, we managed to completely shut off healing. Well, 100% healing reduction with 2 Doom Caps. And with Excalibur, we do trigger them twice. So again, it takes a lot less time to actually get that healing reduction down to nothing. I'm going to leave you here for now. Just want to say thanks for watching. And if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, comment, or even consider subscribing. And I hope you keep looking out for the next one. See you next time.